Yo, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Appreciate you guys. You guys didn't even need a heads up. You're all on here because you know the drill. Consistency is everything. So we're here. Not gonna lie, I've been slammed today. So been been going. So yeah, I totally didn't prepare myself to send an update yesterday or even today, but we're here. But yeah, good things. We're working on a lot of good stuff today. You guys will all see more on that soon, very, very soon. And then for those of you, I'm sure some of you got a nice reminder yesterday as well. I know a lot of you get the newsletter. So yeah, and let me know. Are you guys enjoying the newsletter? How's everything coming along? Cavo, can you give me the stand for this camera?
The stand?
That one?
This stand?
Yeah, so I can plug this bad in. Yeah, just made it back in time to do this stream with you guys. If you guys, let me know what you want to see broken down today. I'm gonna go for 30 minutes. It's gonna be a shorter one. I gotta hit the gym, gotta run, and then, eventually I have to eat food. So, food is key, huh?
You want the light?
Yeah. You can probably actually that one's fine. Alright, so give me a sec, guys. But the good thing is, newsletter's amazing, so much value. Hey, love that. Thank you for them, of course. And also, I dropped a video yesterday? 2 days ago? Yesterday, yeah. So y'all can keep expecting Sunday psychology videos. However, I'm really going to push to do this one to get a certain type of video out for you guys next Sunday, something I've never done before on the psychology side. So yeah, I'm going to do my best to film this. I have everything written. However, the way in which I want this to be done is in a way I've never done it before. So creatively pushing quite a bit of boundaries here. But I'm hyped for it. I've been wanting to do stuff like this for a bit. So yeah, it'll be good. Give you guys another level of value. Alright, ¿qué tal todos aquí? Mi gente que está habla español. What's up, Kev, Rosemary, The Hills, Carlos, Sebastian, Fenusan. Let me know if I pronounced that correctly. Edgar, Puccini. What's good? Do you think the YM setup from the morning mitigated on the 15 instead of the 1 minute this afternoon? I can double check. No puedo ver nada. No estoy sacando nada. Yeah, guys, you can't see anything yet. I'm almost here live with you all. So give me a sec here. That's not right. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Now you should be able to see me. What's good? So I checked the speed test. We should be good for now. What we found out is that apparently our internet company cuts the upload speed aggressively for whatever reason around, I don't know, these times. So I might just have to get a different internet service provider because it's really good. Obviously I stream in the mornings every day, no issues, but apparently since more people are on at these times, they do whatever they got to do. So yeah, but what's up? I see let me get this chat more over here, otherwise I'm going to break my neck looking at the rest of the screen over here. There we go, that's much better. Alright, make sure y'all get some movement in today as well. Alright, so let's dive into it. I'm about to start sharing my screen, and then we can have a good time. Wow, I literally stopped working right now. That's so fucking funny. I just brought it up. Mondo walked in and he broke the internet. So let's all just talk massive shit to Mondo here in the chat. We can do that here. All right, looks like it's back. See how long it lasts. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, and of course, we're featuring Naz here today as well. She's thirsty as usual at exactly this time. All right, can y'all see the screen? And then I think should be able to see me too. Myself over here. All right, cool. Perfect. All right, let's dive into it. So to kick things off, I actually just shorted the Nikkei. I'm sure I can't imagine there's one person here right now that trades the Japanese index, but yeah, I came into my zone. I was waiting for this for a couple weeks, so I just shorted this on a CFD's account, so it wasn't on futures. But yeah, up a little bit. Yo, what are y'all doing? Hey, Kevin, can you get in between them? These dogs, all feisty. All right, cool. So Nikkei, anyways, I'm not gonna go over that. It's already going on. I was asked about Dow. So you asked me if it mitigated on the 1 minute earlier today around 1 o'clock my time. So let's take a look at that. It got close, but I don't classify this as the move. It was a few points away, but it was a pretty big reversal. So about 15 points. We can dive in here a little bit and see. Maybe it did. Maybe the sell-off started a little bit earlier. But I have it marked up from right around here. So I don't think it closed out the big sell-off from New York Open. It looks like it just kind of traded out of this last push down than the main one. So would it still be valid for tomorrow? I think there's definitely potential. Yeah, I think there's still potential for sure. ¿Todavía estás clases en IM Academy? Yeah. So we can wait for this. Again, I would consider NASDAQ. NASDAQ as well still hasn't closed out the move that it made. Not only with, wait a minute. Oh, okay, hold on. I was like, no, what? Like, what is this? So NASDAQ hasn't closed out before New York Open. We're not even close to this sell-off. So I do think we can still work our way over to this area. If we saw a sweep during London session, the market rallied. Dow has done a really good job rebalancing, etc. Dow was honestly the buy of the day. The way that this mitigated this zone. I marked these up in the morning for those of you that are on the live streams, but I decided not to take Dow since it got to our zone first. So there was so much bearish pressure that it looked like, to me, I was like, all right, this is vulnerable. It can get cracked below. So I decided to stay out, and of course that was the proper setup. And yeah, NAS just didn't drop enough. So I'm still gonna be patient, see if we get something tomorrow on NAS for buys. At the moment, we're seeing that kind of see. We'll just wait and see what happens. Maybe we have a sell with, I was thinking there's a possibility that we can sell Dow, maybe we can sell the Nikkei, or not the Nikkei, NASDAQ, and see where we go from there. But at the moment, we have a big sweep. The market works its way down, comes back up again, and then now it's working its way back down. So yeah, I mean, right now this is kind of a pump, but we don't really make lower lows, so I'm not too interested and anything with indices. I'll go ahead and I think just kind of stay out of that and wait it out. But yeah, so basically be patient, wait for indices to get to the zone. I wanted shorts on NAS, and we did peek into the zone earlier, so I went back and I looked at how price was. Peace out, brother. You home safe, man. So we saw the market pump, drop its way down. This happened March 7th. If you look at Dow hasn't quite gotten up to this level yet. It could. So there was some motive for it. But I think tomorrow we'll probably get some pullbacks so that we can continue this to the upside. But let's look at gold real quick. Like I said, this is going to be a shorter one, so I'm going to roll through a ton fast. Básicamente estoy esperando que Nasdaq baje para comprar. With gold, in my opinion, it's kind of setting up. Like, we had a nice sweep to the upside, clears out tons of sellers, rebalances, everything worked its way back down. The market's been very structured on the way down, so there isn't a ton of imbalance or anything like that. And as we see how price moved, you can see how the market here is really efficient. And then also, once we break below this low and we do come back into this space, it's a very aggressive drop. So this is something that I can't say I've perfected, but there are moments where you kind of can't tell, like, was this just a quick mitigation and then this just, melted away? Or was this just the market following structure? So we might have sells here on gold. I think there's a massive move up. I could imagine the market kind of sweeping some of these previous highs and then seeing its reversal. There's confirmation that the structure flipped back to the downside. So, and then price action's pretty healthy here. So waiting for sells on gold looks pretty good. The only thing I don't love is that we didn't have like a big imbalance. This was very good, healthy, efficient price on its way down. So we can go and I think wait for a sell once price gets up here on gold. That's how I like to see it. ¿Qué es futuros? Futuros básicamente es lo mismo que operar con CFDs, es muy similar. La única diferencia básicamente es que estás con intercambios específicos de Estados Unidos, la data viene de ellos. Eso es así de mismo. No es tan complicado. No. Operas contratos, no lotajes. Los contratos se expiran. Eso es todo. Hay otras cosas, pero pues no pues se pueden básicamente utilizar sus recursos. Market moves slow to TP, fast to stop loss, or classic small wins to big losses. Why is it? That's I don't know if I believe that, to be honest. Big losses are fully 100% in your control. So are small wins. So that's not really having much to do with the market. I think fast stop loss, I agree with. When I lose, I usually lose pretty quick. And then take profits, it just depends on what you're trading, if it's going to be slow or fast. So yeah, it depends on what your goal is. Are you intraday? Are you swing? And then also the asset itself. Like if you're trading Asian session pairs, Australian, New Zealand, yeah, they're gonna move pretty slow. Like, they're just not volatile assets. So you can go ahead and check what's volatile and what's not. If you prefer fast-paced things, then obviously indices are good for that. With that being said, guys, let's take a look at some of the majors. Let's see if we have anything here. And you guys are asking, but the reason I look at a lot of futures data feeds is they're just more precise. So I know a lot of you are used to just seeing your indices, right? Oh, US 30, NASDAQ, or you're used to seeing AUD USD, just like how it is with CFDs where you're seeing pairs or you're seeing the asset itself. But it's really the same thing. You're not that far away from doing futures or something like that. So I would recommend just learning something. NZD USD, nice reversal out of the zone. I walked you guys through this here last Monday. I believe I got to this one. And then, everyone that's on the Monday through Thursday streams, you guys kind of knew about this. So this was, I think it was a PPI sell-off and then the rally. So when price got to here around end of day New York session, had some buying opportunities. This could still come back down, to be honest. So this was a nice drop, about 35 pips or so. The market's gone up, but it's only gone up about 25. So even if this went and made a lower low, it could still give another buying opportunity. Like, that's totally a possibility. Otherwise, if this keeps rallying, then this could be a very, very good play continuously. I believe I saw some of you that already took a position on this. So I think it was Vicente I saw bought earlier. I don't know if anyone else ended up taking this idea. But the reason we went with this over any other USD pair was because of how it got to the level. So if you guys notice, NZD USD has maintained bullish structure better than the rest of these pairs. AU is trading well below that price action. Euro is trading well below that price action. GBP USD is trading below the same price action. So we're just in completely different parts of the marketplace. Outside of that, I don't really have more with dollar pairs outside of this one. So USD CHF, I do like the sell. I like the sell up here. I've gone over this plenty of times. Had a sweep of the highs, the movement down, lower lows. This looks like it might be accumulating. This sweep down was very minimal, so I'm not betting on it quite yet. And then USD CHF, maybe later during the week, during New York session, maybe even London session, but the move on up here was during Asian session, so it was weird. But yeah, we can definitely see something play out here and see what happens next. I don't even think I ended up promoting this stream all over the place. I don't even know if I forwarded it to anybody. I just kind of went live. I was tight on time, so if you guys are in whatever chats and you want to give people some free value, then go ahead and drop this in whatever trader chats you're in. So yeah, USD CHF, not sure. It's building up a lot of liquidity, so not sure how long it's going to take for this to go down. This happened during Wednesday, March 5th's Asian session. The most random time. I don't remember what could have caused this, but maybe Trump said something. That's all I can imagine why during that time it would influence. Outside of that, USD JPY, it just got to the zone right here. I talked about how we could short dollar yen here throughout the last few weeks. However, I did mention, and this looks pretty similar to the Nikkei. I wonder if it's the same setup. March 3rd. It's like really similar. It looks like it. Cool. So yeah, I mean, yeah, really similar. I'm not sure if there's a coincidence there or not. Interesting. But it's shorted. Mike, when is your next boot camp? Are you talking about in person, or are you talking about like a online thing? What are you specifically asking about? For correlations to have to happen the same day. Could you be more specific? What has to happen the same day? Silver coming down, looking for buys on silver. I haven't noticed it, but we can double check. Silver looking for buys. What time frame are you looking at? So silver came down to here, got below this low, and then rallied. Okay. On the 15-minute, we're still bearish on silver. We have a nice push down. The market rallies, go up to this area. So we make these equal highs over here. Didn't quite get a higher high. So I prefer us to get a new structure and a confirmation of a new trend. So right now, following the bearish trend to me is the best way to approach this. So which would be looking for sells. On top of that, we basically have liquidity right here. So yes, do I see a sweep of liquidity, equal lows, and then but the market just kind of slowly worked its way back up. So I'm not fully convinced that we're even done, and I don't necessarily have an entry model right now. The only thing I could have kind of imagined was this little 5-minute. We had a push down, market goes up, and they kind of rejected out of here. So that's what I would have understood. Like I would have understood that, but not right now. This is not making sense. I wouldn't take a buy. Like, literally right now, no chance. When you host Bootcamp in other states, Airbnb and all that. Oh, hey Mike, miss seeing you in Iovia. What happened? Let's see. I don't have anything scheduled for Airbnbs and stuff like that. We will be launching the retreat very soon. That will be hosted in an international, so that's kind of like a destination workshop, adventure, exploration type of thing that we like to do, which is sick. It's like so fun. If you've ever been to one, you know like they're dope. Your schedule changed a bit. It's literally Monday through Thursday, same times. So my schedule did not, in fact, change. I guess it was reduced. Yeah, I dropped Fridays. ¿Cómo ves el mercado de cripto? You're both charts together as divergent to compare. I don't know. Put both charts together. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you want to do that, Henry, go ahead and make sure. So if anyone that wants like a free, or not a free, if you want a heads up on like when retreats are going to be, etc. If you've been to one before, then you will have you'll have dibs to go. That's part of, going. Like you just have for the next ones, you can go first, obviously. There's only a limited amount, so there'll probably be like max 20 spots, because it's a lot to do, and we want to make sure we can connect everybody. So if you guys do want to have kind of like dibs, and I'll also drop an announcement in the newsletter when we're going to be launching the retreat. So if you guys want to get a heads up, lock in your spot, definitely feel free. I'll drop that right now in the chat here. So there you go. Okay, silver. Yeah, so I don't see buys. I'll wait, but that's me. If you have a setup that makes sense to you, then run it up. Natural gas. I like this one. We have sideways movement, consolidation, sweep of the highs, market melts away, and then we make lower lows. Market's been trading down here. To me, it's confirming our bearish structure. So seeing sells in this area, look fire. I'm in DR right now. I'll message you when I get back. Sweet. Enjoy, man. I was just talking to Nance and my brother about, we did I think it was like 2019. Yeah, October or November 2019. We were at the Hard Rock Resort out there. It was so cool. It was a vibe. It wasn't like the DR experience at all. It was like resort, just chill stuff. But it was a good time. Had fun. All right. Trading with the view is always better. And what do we got? Crypto is starting to dump. Whoa, big drops. ETH just dumped. Bitcoin working its way down. Does that mean indices are dropping? No. Indices are like, we're cool. So a little bit more of a reversal on crypto. Very interesting. Yeah, Sol was on fire. You guys asked about my opinion on crypto in general and what it is. So I don't necessarily believe. I don't know if we're finally ready to go. We got so close to equal lows here with Sol. So close. And for me, it looks like maybe ETH already did play out of the zone. I think Bitcoin could drop some more to rebalance. And there's also that November, the elections kind of price action that we can get back into. So I'm not convinced we're out of the water yet. We still have these previous highs we haven't cleared and traded above. So if we get above 95,100 and we just maintain structure there, different story. Now, so that gives me a lot of perspective as a trader, and of course as an investor. I will add, there's a big zone here that I think we have a massive pump and the market drops. So the market getting back around 90,000 could be a key sell zone. If you're trading, then do your thing. Trade this up and down. But right now, if you're an investor, if you were buying when it was at 100, 95, 90, if you were buying when this thing was basically, if you're buying at any point this year, if you're buying at any point in the last 4 months or so, I don't see why you wouldn't anymore. I think we're getting a reaccumulation again sometime soon. So we're rebalancing again. We have distribution over here. We have our movement down. This might be the beginning of an accumulation. I think, though, we do work our way at least down one more time, and then maybe we can see a different type of movement. Yeah, if you want to get a really good perspective, you can take a look at, well, what does the total market cap look like? What does the altcoins market look like? Does this give us a better indication? The altcoin market did work its way down all the way back to Tuesday, November 5th. So it might be that the altcoins market is ready to make a dramatic shift in the way that it's moving. So we are back on those terms. And if we do end up getting, way above here again, then awesome. It is game time. So I don't think it's terrible prices for dollar cost averages. I think you also need to remind yourself, what is my timeline with my investments and what is the risk of some of the investments that I have? So one thing I always recommend is you want to organize how you're invested. And I would categorize those investments in high risk, medium risk, low risk, and more so high risk, high reward. Medium risk is a mid reward. Low risk, low reward, low risk, still quality, but like what can you expect out of them, and how proportionate is your portfolio in those things. So during times like this where you don't necessarily, for example, what we're looking at, let's say the market on the weekly chart, and on the weekly chart, the altcoin market, what did it do? It distributed, mitigated, came back down. So we got all of that. Is this ready to go higher highs or not? If you don't feel fully convicted, then maybe massive buy-ins at these prices aren't the move, and you're just a bit more patient, and maybe you're just dollar cost averaging. Maybe you're investing less than you usually would. What I will say is, if we're looking at the crypto market, that's one thing. But when you compare this to the stock market, things are changing. And I'm hyped because we nailed the Tesla buys. If anybody here, I know a lot of you are like super diehard, you're on every stream, and I love that. But if anyone remembers what stream we went over Tesla and talked about entries and all that good stuff, let me know. If you guys happen to remember, maybe you were taking notes and you kind of just jotted down the time and date or whatever, just the date, that would be fantastic. But yeah, let me know. I do think we can still keep pushing along for Tesla. I got entries around here. So I got entries at like 220. So we definitely got good positions. Fantastic. So anyways, looking at this, Tesla rebalanced, mitigated October price action. If we look at Apple, right? Apple here, what did it do? Came back down, and then just like that, very, very efficient, playing out of these last points of supply, reacting out of the zone, up, basically 10% here in the last, not a little under, in the last week or so. That's Apple. Take a look at anything. We talked about Delta, the airline. So we went over here, and then just like that, precise entry off of the sell-off here from early August, and Delta just like that, up 13-14%. If you're doing options, then you're good right now. I know we talked about American Airlines. American Airlines also just like that, mitigation up another 13%. Etsy over here, talked about this. I've been waiting on this one. I'm waiting still, and my entry on Etsy is a little under 42.50, I think. So I'm waiting for that. I haven't taken a position on this yet, but that's what we got. What else did we talk about? There's a handful of things here. I think one of the more underpriced or overlooked stocks that we're going to see perform really well would be Nike. Nike's here sitting under $70, $67. I don't imagine this goes to zero. So I do think it's one of a very low risk opportunity. And then we're literally right now at like last point of supplies, key reversal zones. You had a massive sell-off right over here. Don't necessarily think we've gotten the big play yet. So there is one. Worst case scenario, this gets back down into the sub 60s, and then below 50 would be insane. At that point, I would probably just take an L and readjust, reinvest. So yeah, that's, to me, this is one of the easier ones. The upside on something like this, 130%. not too bad. But yeah, guys, like I said, today was going to be a short one. Unless there's any other last minute things, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up there. Want to make sure I get time to go lift, go run, I don't know, 5-6 miles or something. And then eat. Eating is good. But yeah, if you're learning something, guys, if you want to keep learning, you do have you maybe allotted an hour to this into your schedule. I dropped the video yesterday. I think I dropped the video on Saturday. So you guys want some more technical work, watch Saturday's video. If you want some more psychology work, watch the video I dropped yesterday. And then we'll be live here, but we'll be live for New York Open on Friday. So Friday we'll be here, and we'll be going over, hopefully get better price action. We've been getting like just really average price action Fridays since I started doing these lives. I think the first Friday was pretty good. We had good price action, but last week and the week before, it was just like we didn't end up doing anything. So hopefully we get something good. Things start to line up. But I appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this, drop a comment, and see you all soon.